Hello and welcome to Failsafe Fitness Golf Show episode number 23. My name is, as always, Michael Joshua. I am the owner of Failsafe Fitness Limited, and I'm bringing you this show every week to ball the pants off you. No, only kidding. Um, People who have been listening, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I've got some big news coming up a little bit later on in the show. I'm going to rattle through this week's show. I know I said this last week and rambled on for 37 minutes, but literally, I've got some sausages in the oven and I'm a very hungry boy. It's been a very busy Monday for me as a handicap secretary and coach, etc., etc. So I want to go and get some food. So I'm not going to bore your ears to death this week, or hopefully I'm not. If you haven't listened to the show before, welcome to the show. This is just me rambling on about what's going on in the world of golf, what's going on in my world, how my clients are getting on, and what deals and offers and things I've been talking about, blogging about, and doing this week. So straight off the bat, we're going to go in with a promotion as always. Up until the 1st of August this year, I have a 5 for 4. Yes, 5 sessions for the price of 4. It's £20 a session. You can do the damn maths yourself, so I'm not doing it for you. But that includes golf performance, nutrition and weight management, and personal training. So if you want to get stronger, leaner, and better at golf, now's your chance to book it because you can mix and match all of them. So you can book one and we can do all three. So if you want to get stronger and faster and leaner and better and fitter at golf or any sport, I've been helping a couple of triathletes again recently. Come and see me. We can sort that out for you. That deal is on all the way through the summer, right up until the 1st of August. So time is kind of running out on that a little bit. Also, as well, I want to announce for those people who are coming and are here for the show, Golf Performance. There's a Failsafe golf event taking place at Himley Hall Golf Centre, and that will be on the 7th of July. That is Sunday, the 7th of July. It is a £25 entry fee if you book it via Played. Links are again in the description. They're in my link tree. That is up right now as I speak. It is on that site. You can book it via Played. It's £25. You will get 9 holes of golf. You will get food and drink, and you will get some prizes. So the winning team, best team score, and the best individual score will win some prizes. That is on the 7th of July. There is a limited amount. There is literally only going to be 15 spots available for. So the first 15 people to book and pay will be in, and they will be playing that event. So let's talk about my week. It's been up and down, really. It's been fun in terms of my golf. I went up to 13, it came down to 12.8, and gone back up to 13 again. So I've played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, played 9 holes Friday, 18 Saturday, 9 Sunday, 9 this morning, which is Monday. So I played all weekend, played 36 holes, and I averaged a 44.2. So I started the week well. I shot a 41, then a 42 on Saturday. Sunday was a mitigated disaster with a 45, shot a hole, and then this morning was a 44. So yeah, not really great. I've not really been playing well. I've pulled a little bit. But this morning, admittedly, Friday and Monday, I literally had a half set in the bag. So I've striped my hybrid really well off the tee, 3 hybrid. 3 wood's gone a little bit hit and miss. I've been pulling my wedges, which is something I tend to do. And I've putted like a complete blind person. So I need to work on the putting tip I gave out a couple of weeks ago. I've got a pure stroke mat, so I'm going to go and have a look at that sometime in the week. Or if I'm at the golf club this week, I might spend a little bit of time on the putting green, trying to dial my stupid little piddly 3 putts in. Yeah, so that's been my week. Clients wise, again, a little up and down. I've got some very regular clients, and thank you very much for your custom. It's been fantastic working with you. I've had some really good results and some really terrible results. I had a brand new client I saw Friday afternoon, came to see me Saturday. They were going away on the Sunday to go and play some golf, and they were not hitting the golf ball at all. It was terrible, but we've managed to fix it. Hopefully, I've managed to fix it. I haven't spoken to them since the weekend, but we found that all the wear was in the heel of their clubs. They were literally coming in steep and across, but with a closed face. So they were hitting more shanks than they were hitting golf shots. Um, so we managed to figure out sticking it in the toe, half swing. They were having to take at least a club more than what they needed to. Um, but that smooth and being able to set it in the toe, we kind of fixed it. I hope that worked, and hopefully you're going to see them again. And it was good to see a result. It took us a while to get there. You know, it's a lot of pressure as a coach when you've only got an hour with someone and they tell you that, oh, meant to be going away tomorrow, I might cancel. And then by the end of the session, they're feeling like, oh, we're going to go. I think we found a temporary fix. If we can just put a band-aid on it and get you out playing and just enjoying the day would be good. And I think by the end of the session we got that. Got a regular client who's been struggling with the driver a little bit, high right, and we managed to gain 40 yards for a mile an hour less. So strike improved, ball flight improved. It was fantastic. And working with alignment, I've had a lot of alignment over the last couple of weeks. There's a few people coming to me that they think they're set up, dead at the target when they're pointing either way left or way right. Um, so I'm going to talk about some targeting a little bit later on. That is going to be the tip of the week because it's something that's come up a lot uh, about picking where they want to be, etc., and the lines that they need to be taking. And yeah, course management, things like that. It's going to be very interesting for me. And talking course management as well, played. I'm doing a 2 for Tuesday. So 25 pounds, maximum of 2 people, 5:30 on a Tuesday evening. You can come along. That's your golf included. So you're going to get to play some golf, and we're going to go around and we'll do a little bit of a playing lesson. We can have a chat and a look at what needs doing for 25 quid. I'll be playing alongside you as well, so we can look at different parts of your game whilst you're on course, whether that be picking a target, hitting specific clubs, struggling off the tee, whatever it may be. For £25, 2 people can come along. Your golf is included. We can play around the golf, and that's going to be available for the next 6 weeks. And that's enough about me. I think that's good. I think I've blown tooted my horn a little bit too much there. But like I say, all the links in the description. Any of this, go give it a look. Sign yourselves up. It'll be really good. I do apologise. Apparently my phone wants to play Blackpink.
Clear all Android system. Bullet. Now.
What the hell's going on my phone?
Connected to. Double tap to talk back off.
Well, I'm going to leave that in because apparently technology doesn't like me today. Blackpink wants to play on my phone and talkback's on. I haven't even touched my phone, I only picked it up. And talking to technology, World Handicap System, that needs sorting. So we use Club V1, and I think anyone who knows Club V1, it's an absolute pain in the bum system. It's not talking to the WHS Golf England. We're having to now spend multiple times to put multiple people on. So any new members we get, we're having to register them on 2 different systems instead of just the one to set up their handicaps. And it's been an absolute ball ache. So thanks for that. Whichever one is responsible for that, whether that be Golf England or Club V1, I'm from the bottom of my heart as a handicap secretary of the golf club. Thanks for making my life and the time I spend doing handicaps twice as long for new members than it really should be. Software should either talk to each other or it shouldn't. I apologise, rant over. So technology, hate it. let's look at where the big boys and girls are playing this week before I get into the news stories. LPGA Tour, the Maya LPGA Classic in Michigan. Last year it was won by, I think it was, I was going to say Leona Lewis, but it's not. Leona Maguire. Leona Lewis, she was a singer, wasn't she? See, this is where I go off track. You listen to this, what is this guy on about? I don't know. Leona Lewis was a singer. She was on X Factor or whatever the hell she was on. Britain's Got No Talent. I don't know. But yeah, Leona Maguire won it last year on the LPGA Tour. No live, obviously, because there's a major and they play when they feel like it. No DP World Tour either this week. There, obviously, it's the US Open week. And of course, PGA Tour, it is the US Open at Pinehurst, number 2. It's going to be a fantastic. That golf course hasn't altered in about 40 years. There's not a lot changed at that golf course. It is going to be awesome to watch. There is one other event, the Ladies European Tour. They are in Rome. So the Ryder Cup venue is going to be used by the Ladies European Tour for the Italian Open this week as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. Before we get into my newsworthy stories of the week, which there are always about 3 or 4, I think it's just 3 this week. Um, if you go take a look at failsafefitness.com, .weebly.com, you can take a look at the blog. And this is a blog post aimed at anyone looking for anything, really. I mean, I say anything, but personal training, fitness, uh, sport, golf performance, things like that. There's a 5-question guide that you should be asking every personal trainer, and some of them do apply to performance coaching as well. Um, and I'm very open and honest with all of my clients about I'm not PGA registered, I'm not on the PGA Tour, I'm not a pro. I use biomechanics and my knowledge in strength and conditioning and injury rehabilitation that I've used over the last decade to help people improve their golf performance. And of course, my own personal knowledge, which is forever growing with the expanse of other YouTubers, other podcasts, and written materials to help me in my job make you people out there better at whatever you want to do, whether it be lose weight, get fit, play golf. I use that knowledge to aid me in my personal job to make you better too. But this is a little 5-question guide that you should be asking your personal trainers before blowing a load of money on them. Some personal trainers now are charging 60, 70, 80 pounds an hour, so are PGA pros. And 60, 70, 80 pounds an hour is great. They're doing that because they have a very limited amount of time at the golf club because they're having to work in the shop 8 hours, and then they've got maybe a couple of hours before their shift or a couple of hours after it. So they're trying to maximize their own personal gain um, rather than thinking about the client that they're doing that's worked hard all week for this 80 quid. That could be a week's wages to somebody. If you're only working part time or whatever, £80 is a lot to spend, which is why I like to keep my pricings nice and low. The £20 I think is enough. So yeah, go take a look at it. It's quite interesting. And it was actually from Elle magazine. It was an article that I picked up and I thought it was quite interesting, so I've kind of reposted it. Let's get into the golf news of this week. And the biggest story that I actually physically watched before the Grand Prix this Sunday, was Lynn Grant comes from 11 shots behind and wins the Scandi Mixed again. So she did it in 2022 when it was the European Tour. I think she won by 9 shots and beat the nearest female by about 15 shots. And I'll admit, if you've seen my Instagram, I'm totally in love with Lynn Grant's swing. If I could swing a golf club like she does, I'd be a super happy human. Um, She's absolutely amazing, talented golfer. Um, and it's not just because it's a woman winning on the DP World Tour. She was the first woman to win on the European Tour. She's now the first woman to win on the DP World Tour, which is still the bloody European Tour, in my opinion. So she's now a two-time winner on the European Tour. She broke a record, which I don't think will ever be broken, coming from 11 shots behind. It's the first time anyone on any tournament anywhere ever on the European Tour or DP World Tour has ever come from 11 shots behind and won an event. But you've got to feel for Soderberg. Soderberg shot 5 over on Sunday afternoon. Lindgren hung around for about 90 minutes before, at the very last hole, Soderberg lit out, what, a 2.5, 3-footer? It went all the way around the hole, lipped around the hole for a bogey that put him out of the thing and handed Lynn the win. And I think from watching the footage, it felt like Lynn wanted to go and say, blah, blah, blah. But I think, Soderberg was sat in the signing tent for scorecards, and he just looked like he wanted the hole to swallow him up. Uh, it was just stunning. But it was for me. It's a good story for golf. Great for Lynn Grant, and yeah, superb. And I think events like this should be, I think the PGA Tour should look at trying to do some kind of a mixed event. It just makes things interesting. It was fantastic to watch. So that's the first news story of the week. Second one, John Rahm. So second round of Live in Houston, he pulled out. So he won the US Open in 2021, withdrew from Live Golf Houston on Saturday after just 6 holes with an infection in his left foot. He was visibly limping around on Friday. He's scheduled to hold a pre-championship press conference this Tuesday in Pinehurst. But his 2024 season so far has been quite disappointing. His PGA wasn't great. He missed the cut at the PGA. It's the first time he'd failed to advance in a weekend of a major for 5 years. So clearly being on Live is not doing him any favours because he's not playing enough regular golf, in my opinion. He's been able to win an individual title on Live in 8 attempts, and he's currently second on the year-long standings, with his team also second amongst the 13 teams. But despite this, at the time of writing, or the time of reading this out, he was still just 20-1 to win the championship. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I mean, John Ram took the money, ran off to Live, and not really played a lot of good golf since then. Obviously, new child, etc., etc. He's secured his financial future, but he hasn't done what Koepka's done and put himself up there. With the Ryder Cup being 18 months away, less than that, 15 months away, you'd think you'd want Ram to be part of that. Everybody in Europe would, but on his form, I'd probably pick someone like Lynn Grant to be on the team rather than Ram at the minute. Talking of the US Open, so obviously after his win yet again this weekend, Scottie Scheffler is the favourite to win the US Open. And then there's a whole host of contenders like Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, Colin Morikawa, who've had some pretty decent form of late. Some getting over the line, some not. Bryson DeChambeau has been playing pretty well. Oberg's pretty good. And obviously they're the outside ones from Live are John Rahm, Joaquin Niemann, who got a special dispensation to play in the US Open. And then Brooks Koepka is interestingly in the mid to high 20s to win. So his form's not great either. But yeah, it's gonna be a weird look at it for the US Open. I mean, do we think that Bobby Mack, who won last week, or last the week before last, sorry now, who decided not to go to the Memorial event, which he was qualified for, is 57th in the world. He was qualified to go to the Memorial. He decided to go home and have a party. Fair play to him. You know, I was in Oban not so long ago, picking up some nice fine whiskey from the place. So, will Bobby Mack come back and US Open? Will he be able to pick up a major? And obviously, we've got Wyndham Clark defending. There's a $20 million prize fund, and the winner gets $4 million. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, it starts on Sky Sports 12:30 on Thursday, and it's 12:30 Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday it's from 3 p.m. and 2 p.m. for those rounds if you are looking to watch it. So let's talk about what were you doing on course then. So those are my news stories of the week. A little bit mixed. I love John Ram. I missed him not being on the PGA Tour. I think him not playing is a problem. US Open, I'm excited for it. There's a few people in contention, but Scheffler, Schauffele, Morikawa, Bryson's probably a decent outside bet. So's Koepka. It's going to be an interesting. Oberg, I think, after finishing second at the Masters, he's pretty okay in Valhalla. And in recent weeks, he could be a surprise rookie win on in the major. But yeah, let's talk about your golf, shall we? We're nearly over. Pain is nearly over. So your golf. A lot of people I've seen this week or these last couple of weeks have been struggling with course management, struggling to pick targets, and it's been horrifying to watch. So all I'm going to say is you need to look at a couple of things. Hit it straight down the fairway to the dog leg, and obviously I don't want to be left or right. So you pick a target line that goes down there. I apologise if you can hear some strimming, but apparently one of our neighbours has decided that they're going to trim their garden at 8 p.m. at night, which is always good. So yeah, you've got to be able ignore all the flags. I think that's the main thing, is just ignore flags when you're going into greens. It's something I've taught a couple of people over the last week or so, and they've found that they're actually closer to the flags than they thought they would be if they try to hit the flag. They're just trying to hit the middle of the green, and then they're taking it from there. And obviously they've come a little short or gone a little long, and it's ended up better than they expected. And they've actually got pars or birdies from that. So just hit the green is a really good way to do it. And also knowing distances. I mean, I've talked about this a lot, having some kind of whether you're using Swing U, still waiting for the sponsorship, Swing U. So whether you use Swing U as an app on your mobile phone, it's a free app, but there are paid elements to it. You can look at distances, etc., etc. And you can look at the overhead view to, I can carry a driver 215 yards. There's a ditch at about 210. I'm not going to get over that, so I'm just going to hit a hybrid. Or you're going to hit a 3-wood up to that. It just gives you the option and the course knowledge. And obviously course knowledge is a big thing. And when I say picking lines off tees and picking lines into greens, there are three ways you can do that. One is you pick one specific tree or a specific post or pole or even the flagstick. I'm not saying you're going to hit the flagstick, but the flagstick, if it's in the middle of the green, pick that flagstick and you pick that target and you aim at that. The other side to that is you're picking that what you know you want that one target, and then you pick something, you stand behind the ball and you pick something on the ground, whether it be a divot, a leaf, um, whatever it may be, an old T peg, and that T peg is dead in line with your target, and you line your face up with that. So you're not having to lift your head to look at target, you're just looking, 6, 8, 12, 24 inches in front of you. So you can just set your club face, knowing that that's pointed at target because that's where it's going as you look behind it, and you don't have to worry. And then the third part for me, targeting, is the one that I tend to do off tee shots mainly, and I do the last one for into greens, but off tee shots, because it's got to go a long way. I like to have kind of a rugby post look at it. So if there's a centre pole in the fairway and there's a conifer tree about in the background right of that, but it's about a 20-yard spread total as you look down the fairway. If I can start my driver in between that rugby post, whether it fades left, fades right or draws left, from that, then I know there's room either side to go at it. So that's the way I tend to pick my targets off tees. So give it a go. Take it, just work with it. The goalpost one for me off tee seems to work quite well. And I know if it starts left of or right of that, I've hit a bad one. But if I'm in that, it starts down that goalpost line, whether it draws or fades from there, I know it's going to be an okay shot, and I'm going to be able to get one into the green. And obviously the into greens, you can go goalpost if you like, or you can pick the one spot you need to aim at and go at that. And then the other caveat to that is that one spot to that, pick something that's a divot or something that's in the same line and line your club face to that divot, knowing that it's going in the right direction. And you can work yourself from that. So aiming yourself and having something to aim, there's more than one way to skin the cat, but there's also, the amount of people I've seen that have been really open with an open club face and they hit a big slice or a top and closed. Just being able to work yourself around something that you know is static and that you know is on target is going to help with your alignment, and is going to help you hit shots down the fairway, not straight into a bush to the left or right of the fairway. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we might even get under 30 minutes if I shut up now. So go and take a look at the blog. Obviously, all those events on Played, the Two for Tuesday and the Failsafe Golf event are all on there. You can book on there. Everything will be sorted. You'll get food and around the golf, or you get some coaching and around the golf. Come and join me. It's going to be fun. The summer's almost here, or it should be here in the UK. Have a really good week, and I'll see you all next week. And who's going to win the US Open? Comments below. Let me know. I think it's going to be Morikawa. Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.